We are just gonna keep this show moving right along. Your next comic coming to the stage. He, like all of us, listens to music, but unlike all of us, has some very humorous observations about it and some damn good impressions. Give it up for Mr. Josh Duvendeck, everybody.
Okay, Bovard Auditorium. This is quite an opportunity. So I'm going to use this to talk about some issues. I'm going to go for it right now. Important stuff. There is no subtle way to pick your butt. You just can't do it. I mean, it's one thing if you're like, checking for your wallet, like, you can see or see if there's a little like wet spot because you sat in some grass, But the minute you actually go to scratch your butt or like pick out the wedgie, it's clearly obvious what you're doing. It's for one reason. Is there any doubt at all right now on what I'm doing? I'd say no way around it. So there's nothing you can do. Actually, there's one thing that you can do. This is something I like to do. It just works for wedgies. It doesn't really work if you have an itchy butt, but for wedgies, it's kind of like a subtle thing that I like to do. If you're just like in a regular conversation with your friends, like, dude, Lost? Oh, I totally watch Lost. Seriously. But what about Jack and Sawyer, huh? When are they gonna get together? Seriously? I know, but I wonder what's going on with that hatch there. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, and Kate, oh my God, she's so hot. She's just so hot. So how pissed would you guys be if when they announced my name just now, like, Josh Duvendeck, best stand-up comic in the world, wow. If instead of me coming out, Creed came out? Or, besides Creed, how about if just Scott Stapp came out? You guys had to sit through a live Scott Stapp performance. If you guys don't know who Scott Stapp is, he was the lead singer of Creed, and the guy's just like, he's so full of himself. I don't know the guy, but it seems like he is. Like the music videos where he's like, on top of the mountain singing, and his band's down at the bottom of the mountain. Or like, the other one where like, he's pulling himself out of the water. Like he's in a boat and there's literally two Scott Stapps, and he's like, pulling himself out, he's got a big cross tattoo on his arm, he's, Actually, just recently I was watching the special features on the Little Mermaid DVD. So I'm like a big Disney fan. It's kind of me. But they were interviewing the woman who did the voice for Ariel, and they were talking to her about the music, and she was like, I love the music. I keep coming back to it. I love singing it. Even my little daughter, she'll ask me to sing a Part of That World to me, pretty much every night before going to bed. And I thought that's like really sweet. Like 15 years later, she's still singing these songs to her daughter. And I was thinking like, you think Scott Stapp does that with his kids? But they just absolutely dread going to bed every night because they're just like, oh no! Like it's probably very sweet with the Ariel girl, like, she comes by, good night, honey, good night. Mommy, I was wondering if you would sing Part of That World, because I like it. Look at these neats, aren't they stuff? I'm part of it. I don't know it, that's why I want you to sing it. Of course they will, sweetie, of course they will. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? And it is complete, because you're part of my world now. You complete me, my daughter. It's like probably very sweet, but with like Scott Stapp, he comes by the doorway. Like just the kid's like 3 a.m, just like trying to, he's clearly asleep. Scott Stapp walks by. Hey, Johnny, wake up. It's your dad, Scott Stapp. What, Dad, what? I'm just trying to sleep. You want to hear me sing a song before you go to sleep? One of my hits from Human Clay? No, Dad, I was already asleep. Oh no, you got that look, you got your mic out. Oh, jeez. Well, I just heard the nose go down. It seems mighty loud. Oh, Dad, just stop, please. I just want to go to sleep. It's gonna chow. I take a lonely round. Begin to prowl. No, shut up, this is the best part. With arms wide open. Under the sound loud? What does that even mean? Dad, you're not even saying English anymore. Doesn't have to bow, as long as it comes from Hal. As bad as I feel for little Johnny Stapp, I feel worse for maybe little Johnny Durst, Fred Durst kid. Probably makes them sleep in a giant vagina-shaped bed. Like people, hey, what's up? Fred Durst, why do you make your kids sleep in a giant vagina bed?
Yo, Fred Durst gotta make sure his kids aren't gay! Yo! What? Gay!
That's it, that's all from me, guys. Thanks so much.
Duvendeck, everybody! And our splendid judges out there. Yes, what did they say?
Obviously, the material is very original, which is always a huge plus, you know. I mean, nobody's going to do 10 minutes on Scott stuff. And if they did, everyone would know that they stole it from you. So that's a huge plus for your favor.